The wording, Clive, the Russians describe it as a pullback, not a withdrawal, and that seems to make all the difference.
Yes, exactly. For the Russians, they're calling it a pullback. Frankly, the Georgians and the international community, including the EU and the United States, they wanted a pull out. If you look at the wording from the Russians, technically, yes, they are withdrawing their troops from certain areas, moving them back into the area called South Ossetia. The problem is that South Ossetia may have suddenly grown by 15 kilometers in diameter as a result of the war that we've seen. But what Georgians on the ground here wanted to see was Russian armor, Russian soldiers heading back over the border into Russia, and that we have not seen. So as far as people here are concerned, it is not a withdrawal, it is not a pullout.
And the Russians obviously feel quite free to roam around the world. We saw these pictures a few hours ago of Russian tanks, Russian armor driving over a Georgian police checkpoint.
Yeah, it's really quite amazing. I mean, our position was at one of the Russian checkpoints leading into the town of Gori, which the Russians have occupied for the last 7 or 8 days. And we were seeing sort of columns of armor, tanks, armored personnel, carriers, trucks with troops in, heading out, but going down the road, heading towards the front line, not actually heading back, heading north up into Russia. So clearly from our vantage point, the Russians weren't actually vacating the area, they were actually digging themselves in even more. And that's really the worry here. When will the Russians reach the point, according to the Georgians, where they feel that they are in a position to pull out of the country? That's the question that everyone is wanting the answer to, including the European Union and America.
All right, Clive, thank you very much indeed.